Welcome to the She Builds Show. I'm your host, Stefanie Olson, a licensed general contractor who builds new construction, renovates, and designs your vision. Today, more than ever, we need raw, authentic women who are willing to rise above society's norms, break those glass ceilings, and encourage each other to boldly build the life we were meant to live. So, honey, what are you building? Welcome to the She Builds Show. I am so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that you take the time out of your day to listen. It means so much to me. So today I want to cover two of the most recent books that I've been reading, and I want to share my insights and recommendations because I think you will really enjoy it. The first book is called Short-Term Rentals, Long-Term Wealth. I went looking for this book at Barnes & Noble, and I was expecting like a large hardbound cover book. And it was actually this really small, easy to read book, but it's packed full of incredible info. Now, as you might know or may not know, I'm on a mission to try to increase my passive income, my cash flow through either fixing up properties and either holding them long-term and turning them into short-term rentals. Now, this book is written by Avery Carl, and it's super great for someone who is just wanting to put their toes into gaining knowledge about short-term rentals. So I highly recommend it if you just kind of know nothing and you really just want to start digging deeper into what does it look like to have a short-term rental. So what I love even more than this book is the savvy businesswoman behind this book. I wish I could have her on the show. So Avery, Miss Avery, if you are listening, DM me. I want you on the show. So not only did she write this book, she created what is called the Short-Term Shop. And it's a real estate agency that only deals with investors who want to purchase short-term rentals, right? Like she's got a monopoly on the entire market. Incredible. They have identified 12 proven markets that have a long history of vacation rentals. And they have over 50 agents that work in these markets. And they're all on kind of like East Middle Coast. So examples are like Destin, Florida, and the Smoky Mountains. And these markets are proven vacation rental markets where regulations would, like for the economy there to change the regulations would hurt the economy. So they focus on these proven vacation markets. And then they have agents that they connect you with in these particular markets. Now, they go above and beyond just being your real estate agent. Once you're in escrow and you're past your inspections and you've released your inspection contingency, you go to a meeting with her husband who does what's called Management Monday. And they teach investors how to set up their Airbnb account, how to source local house cleaners and handymen or handy women. And all the things that you need to get your short-term rental up and running. And they really focus on self-management of that short-term rental. They really believe that property managers really steal the profit from you. So they're teaching self-management of this type of investment to keep more money in your pocket. Ain't she smart? Like, girl, high five. So now just all of that in itself, in my opinion, is frankly awesome, but it doesn't stop there. She then created the Mortgage Shop. She has a mortgage company that caters to short-term investments. So she not only sells you the house, but then she lends you the money on the house. I mean, come on, you're a genius. This is super actually important because most lenders, even ones that cater to investors, usually don't support short-term rentals. It's kind of this new thing in the market, and there's not really like a lending institution that supports it. They basically ignore your ability to make more money as a short-term rental, and they have an appraisal, and regular lenders have an appraiser come out and tell the lender what it will rent for as a long-term rental. It's a hurdle that I've actually come up against quite a bit, and I love that there's an option out there for loans that actually consider short-term rentals as an investment, and that they actually produce higher yields than a long-term rental. So it's considered in the actual loan, and so incredible. So if you're interested, get her book, Short-Term Rentals, Long-Term Wealth. Check out her real estate agency, The Short-Term Shop, and for sure, check out her mortgage company, The Mortgage Shop. It just kind of blew my mind that that was all within this tiny little book. Okay, on to the second book that I'm reading, and beyond excited to implement. It is called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. Dude, if you're an entrepreneur and finances make you want to crawl into a deep, dark hole and hide because you're just a creative and you just want to do your thing, girl, you need this book. So you may or may not know that I was an accountant for 10 plus years. I know traditional accounting. It's called GAAP accounting. Profit and loss statements and balance sheets are embedded into my psyche. But most of my life, intuitively, I've done this weird cash bucket thing that my dad always just gives me a hard time about because I have my little buckets all over the place. I have multiple bank accounts with basically no access to myself so that I could save money for various things, but not touch it. And it works. It works well for my brain. It works well for how I'm wired. Like that bucket is for vacation. That bucket is for home repairs. That bucket is for college. And something else I've tried but kind of struggled with is Dave Ramsey's cash envelope system. I love the concept and I love budgeting, but getting cash every month out of the bank is something I don't consistently do because let's face it, we are a convenience type of society and going to the bank every month to get cash is not super convenient. The other thing that I struggled with the Dave Ramsey system is that the envelopes and the cash are right next to each other. So like if I didn't have enough money to go get like my hair done, I would just borrow it from the grocery money because it was all right there. That's why I think I've always reverted to this separate bank account thing because it's like, it's very difficult to just snag $20 from the college envelope and put it into the grocery fund. So those are things that I've just kind of evolved and used over the years, but Profit First takes my bucket system and cash envelope system and molds them into this glorious combination of easy finances for managing your business. And I absolutely believe that it applies to your personal funds as well. So here, let me break the concept down for you. Normal accounting says sales, you have your income, your sales, minus your expenses equals your profit. Does that make sense? Income minus expenses equals profit. That's a normal profit and loss. So we sell. We earn our income. We subtract all of our expenses and we hope at the end of the year that we made a few dollars, right? How many of you don't actually know how much your profit is until your taxes are done? It's okay. You don't have to raise your hand. So what Mike says in Profit First is this. He flips it around. Sales minus profit equal your expenses. Let me say that again. Sales, your income, your revenue, minus your profit is what you get to spend on your expenses. Oh, your revenue comes in, you take your profit, and then what is left for you to spend is for your expenses. It's a fireproof way to ensure you're making a profit in your business and you're not overspending on things you shouldn't be. You have to watch your expenses. So how he does this is through what he calls bank balance accounting. Most entrepreneurs don't look at their profit and loss and balance sheet on a weekly, daily basis, but what they do look at is the balance of their bank account. And that either tells them, oh, crapola, I need to go back and sell and get more money. Or, okay, we're okay this week and I don't need to worry about it. I mean, we all do it. We just log in, we look at our bank account, and that determines what we do with the next week or month of our life based upon how much money is there. So he suggests 5 key bank accounts. Yes, 5 separate bank accounts. Here are the bank accounts. Income, OPEX, which is your operating expenses, taxes, profit, and owner's compensation. How it works in the book, which you must read to get all of the juicy details and get way more information on how he actually suggests you break this down, is that each time a deposit comes in, you have percentages that are assigned to each account. And so that money, the money that comes into the income account, gets divvied up by percentages into each bank account. Yes, you actually transfer the money into each bank account. Let me give you an example. When a deposit comes in, you allocate 5% to profit, 35% to taxes, 10% to owner's compensation, and 50% to operating expenses. So that means you only get 50% of that deposit to spend on your expenses. And yes, you're planning for your taxes. When your taxes come, you have money in a bank account to be able to pay them. He even goes a step further. And so these 5 bank accounts are set up at a very convenient bank where easy access, easy transfer fees, no fees with low balances. But then he says, go find the most difficult bank that you can find, very frustrating, annoying bank that does not allow you to have online access. And you make a profit hold account and a tax hold account. And anytime you put money into the regular tax and regular profit account, they get transferred to these non-convenient bank accounts where they are out of sight, out of mind, and you cannot spend your profit or your taxes until quarterlies come up. And then he suggests how, obviously pay your taxes quarterly because you have estimates. And then he suggests 50% profit distribution, but read the book. He really goes into detail about how to do this. This is just an incredible way, and it's so intuitive for entrepreneurs who are bank balance accounters, accounting people. We look at our bank account and then we make decisions. And then here, all you have to do is log into your bank app and check your balances just like you normally do. So it's like my buckets meet Ramsey. I love it. They got married and they had a baby and it's called Profit First. I love it. And I'm like, I can't wait to start it. I've been so busy this week that I want to go to the bank and I want to open these bank accounts. And I told it to my team and I'm making my team read the book because I think it also applies so much to your personal life. I really recommend this book for all people. Money is such a stressful part of life. And I think any concept that can help us feel more responsible, like we're just doing the right thing, is stress relieving. It's like, oh, I've got enough money for my taxes. Oh, I've got money to pay myself because I'm the most valuable employee in my business. And no, I would never ask an employee to work nights, weekends, and every holiday for no pay. He really encourages to pay yourself to get a share of the profit. It's a beautiful, relieving way to handle your business. So whether you want to run a business or you just want to handle your finances in a better way, download Profit First on Audible or go grab the book. All right. Thank you again for listening to the She Builds Show. Girl, go build the life you want. It's right in front of you. Thanks for joining me today on the She Builds Show. My name is Stefanie Olson. My hope is that this episode leaves you feeling empowered and ready to boldly take that step into building the life that you envision, 1 2x4 at a time. And if you can do me a quick favor, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes. I get giddy over reading the reviews each week, and I will choose one special person to win some She Builds swag. Make sure you add your name to the review, and I'll reach out if you're the winner. Thanks again for hanging out. Be sure to visit me at theshebuildshow.com, where you can ask me questions and share with me what you're building.